Live with news, weather, and sports. You're watching KYTX CBS 19 News at 10 and HD.
It's going to be bad for Nicholas, growing up without a mother.
An off-duty Longview police officer is shot to death, leaving behind a 7-year-old son. Tonight, her husband is accused of killing her. Welcome to KYTX CBS 19 News at 10. I'm Anthony Austin.
And I'm Dana Huey. Thank you for joining us tonight. Longview police are mourning the loss of one of their own tonight.
Investigators tell us that 38-year-old officer Jamie Ellyn Goodan, who went by Ellen, was found dead in her home this morning. It happened here at her home on Tryon Road in Longview at the Town Oaks North Apartments. Officers were responding to a call asking to check into Goodan's welfare when they encountered a heartbreaking discovery.
Upon arrival, officers determined the call to be a domestic disturbance and found Longview police officer Jamie Ellyn Goodan, age 38, deceased from an apparent gunshot wound.
Officers detained her husband, Harry Goodan, for questioning in the case. He is now charged with her murder. Investigators tell us her husband also works for the Longview Police Department as a 911 communications administrator. And it's a crime that has shaken the Longview community.
Neighbors and friends are shocked that something like this could happen so close to home. CBS 19's Jeff Tyler joins us now. Jeff, what did folks tell you about the slain officer?
Well, someone who knew the Goodans told CBS 19 that he thought Harry and Ellen Goodan were having marital problems and even discussed divorce at one time, but he was still trying to make the marriage work. No one could have possibly imagined how it ended.
I appreciate her. What a good friend she was to me.
Linda Cannon already misses her friend, police officer Ellen Goodan.
She helped me move, and she had me come over for dinner, and she told me if I ever needed to ride to work, she would take me.
But on Saturday morning, Officer Ellen Goodan was murdered in an apparent domestic dispute. Neighbors tell us they were surprised to see police because they didn't hear any gunshots.
I was cleaning up the house and I was taking the trash out and came out and saw the cops and the place taped off.
Neighbors soon learned it's her husband, Harry, accused of shooting and killing Ellen. He's now facing murder charges and behind bars at the Gregg County Jail. Cannon says he didn't seem like the type of man to do this.
He seemed like a very nice man, very polite man. He'd see people, he'd speak to them. If I spoke to him, he'd speak. He seemed very nice.
But tonight, neighbors still can't wrap their heads around what's happening to Officer Goodan, the same officer who spent 15 years on the force and received 29 commendations. Officer Ellen Goodan leaves behind a 7-year-old son.
I feel sorry for Nicholas. I hope he does all right.
They're human beings just like everyone else. People have their troubles. I'm sure people handle it in different ways, but our prayers will be with their family for sure.
Longview police tell me that they're looking into whether the gun that was used was Goodan's service gun or not. They're still investigating the case at this time.
All right. Thank you, Jeff, for that report. And many of you who knew Officer Goodan have left messages on our website, cbs19.tv.
We want to share with you some of those comments tonight. Susan writes, Ellen was a beautiful person inside and out, a wonderful friend and mother. Her death leaves a blank space in our lives and in the lives of her son, family, and friends.
Alfred Hall writes, the loss of my good friend Ellen leaves a big void in my life. My prayers indeed go out to her family and especially to her son Nicholas. God be with you, Ellen. Rest in peace. I shall never forget you. Now, if you would like to post a comment or read these comments again, visit our website at cbs19.tv.